The three heroes are in their penthouse suite built into the upper boughs of a colossal urban oak tree. Game consoles, a full home gym, a stainless steel kitchen, and a brass plaque on the wall that reads, "Funded by the grateful taxpayers of Night City." Thomas sits on the couch with Buzz beside him, both locked in a heated session of GTA Online. Controllers click furiously. In the corner, Anvil cranks out reps on a barbell loaded with enough weight to flatten a city bus. He racks it with a reverberating clang.
Man, health class was so funny earlier. Was Mr. Lundstrom trying to make fun of Anvil or something?
Anvil grabs his water bottle and squeezes it so hard the cap pops off and bounces across the room.
Infuriating, bro! Absolute infuriating! That clown starts talking about steroids and the entire class turns around to look at me. The whole room! Like, what do you want? You jealous? You jealous of what hard work looks like?
To be fair, you are the only one in the class who can bench press the teacher's desk.
Genetics, T-Rex, hard training, and a dialed-in diet. That is the reason for this incredible physique. Write it down.
He flexes both biceps. They appear to have their own heartbeat. A polite knock at the door. Anvil opens it to reveal Mrs. Rex, a warm and cheerful squirrel mom carrying a large bowl of freshly made pasta. The smell hits the room like a warm hug.
Hello, boys. I just made a fresh batch of pasta. I hope you're all hungry.
She hugs Anvil, crosses to Thomas and squeezes him tight, then gives Buzz a kiss on the cheek. Buzz beams.
Are you all getting enough to eat at school? You look thin.
Thomas and Buzz answer simultaneously.
Yes, Mom.
Buzz catches himself.
I'm not calling her Mom.
Anvil rolls up his sleeve and presents his bicep like a proud father showing off his newborn.
I never miss a meal, Mom. My biceps are always hungry.
Mrs. Rex giggles and pats his arm.
That's my boy. There's more downstairs whenever you want it. I'll see myself out. Love you all.
She moves toward the door. Anvil cups his hands around his mouth.
Mom, make pizza tomorrow.
The door clicks shut.
Please.
Buzz is already at the counter, heaping pasta onto a plate like a man who hasn't eaten in 3 weeks.
Dude, your mom's pasta. I would commit minor crimes for this pasta.
It's elite. I just have to watch the carbs. I'll take some, though.
He takes a plate. He takes a large plate. BZZT, BZZT, BZZT. All three of their phones light up simultaneously on the coffee table. The boys glance down. The screen reads, Mayor, one message, a single red exclamation mark.
That's the signal!
Anvil's eyes go wide. A grin spreads across his face.
Yes, boys, trouble is calling. Let's get to the Lambo and rip.
Anvil and Thomas make for the elevator. Buzz looks at his plate, looks at the door, looks at his plate again. He shoves an enormous forkful into his mouth, then another. Then he grabs the plate and starts shoveling directly from bowl to face. The elevator doors open to reveal a gleaming white Lamborghini Countach bathed in dramatic lighting. Anvil cracks his knuckles. Buzz shuffles in behind them, one cheek still bulging with pasta.
I'm ready. I'm completely ready.
He pats his stomach. It has expanded noticeably. The white Countach screams out of the garage and carves through Night City traffic. The engine note alone causes 3 car alarms to go off. Inside the car, Buzz is buckled into the center console seat, rubbing his distended stomach in slow, mournful circles.
I wonder what the mayor could need us for. Perhaps one of their adversaries has broken out of prison and is threatening the city. Or perhaps...
Anvil is not listening. His attention has been stolen by a figure on the sidewalk. Damien, a rival hockey player, is leaning against an aging, rust-specked Toyota Yaris, trying to look cool for his friends. Anvil rolls down the window.
Yo, Damien! I wouldn't be able to shoot a puck straight either if I drove a busted-up car like that. Ha ha!
Damien opens his mouth to respond, but the Countach is already gone, its exhaust note echoing off the buildings.
Nice one, Anvil.
Says Buzz, rubbing his overly full belly.
Can we please get our game faces on?
I'm focused. I'm totally focused. That was a bonus. That was on the house.
The boys cruise into City Hall's parking lot only to find it completely full. Every spot taken, except one. A pristine, reserved space near the entrance. A sign reads, Reserved, Vice Mayor G. Boosin. Anvil reading the sign, brightening visibly.
Park in Gary's spot.
We shouldn't risk it. He'll make a formal complaint. He loves formal complaints.
Let him. If Gary's got anything to say about it, I'll drop kick that fool. Park the car.
Thomas hesitates, sighs, pulls in. A brief flashback. Young Anvil, scrawny and wide-eyed, being hassled by a young Gary in their old neighborhood. Young Gary smirks and steals Anvil's snack. Young Anvil glares. Back to now. Adult Anvil whistles cheerfully as he walks toward City Hall. Mayor Rutherford Adams, a tired, silver-haired squirrel in a rumpled suit, is hunched over his desk, phone pressed to his ear. He waves them in without looking up. The boys drop into the chairs across from him. Buzz winces as he sits. The pasta is not letting him forget it. The mayor finally hangs up. He pinches the bridge of his nose.
Thanks for coming in on short notice, boys.
The mayor leans forward.
I just got off the phone with the president of First National Bank. 2 of his branches were robbed at gunpoint in the past 4 days. Last night, the Night City Credit Union 2 blocks from here got hit as well. 3 jobs in less than a week. Whoever this is, they're not slowing down.
Any leads on who's behind it?
The men wore masks. Professionals. But there's one detail that might be useful.
The mayor taps a folder.
One of the men was extremely large. Unusually large. Possibly a bodybuilder.
He slides a manila folder across the desk.
Security footage stills. Grainy, but the sheer size of one figure is unmistakable. He dominates the frame, dwarfing the other men around him.
The mayor turns to Anvil.
Do you recognize him? Maybe from one of the gyms around the city?
Anvil picks up the photo. He studies it. His brow furrows. He tilts the photo, tilts it the other way.
He's big. I'll give him that. But I don't recognize him from any gym I go to.
If Anvil doesn't know him, he's either new to the city or training somewhere way off the grid.
Keep thinking on it. If you can put a name to that face, the police can move before he strikes again.
The desk phone rings. The mayor's eyes drop to it. He picks up slowly. He listens. His face falls. The mayor standing abruptly.
Active robbery. Gerard and Maple. Right now.
The mayor points at the door.
Go, now!
The boys are already moving. The 3 of them burst through the mayor's door at speed and immediately collide with Gary Boosin, the vice mayor, who is emerging from the stairwell carrying an enormous stack of file folders, balanced with tremendous care. Gary sees them. Gary sees their faces. Gary realizes exactly what is about to happen and does not have time to do anything about it.
Hey, Anvil, where did you 3 idiots park your...
Anvil, without breaking stride, executes a perfect running drop kick. It connects with Gary dead center. Gary goes straight down. The folders explode. Paper fills the air like confetti at a parade. Gary is flat on the marble floor, surrounded by a blizzard of municipal documents.
Sorry, bro, official business.
Buzz is crying, laughing. He can barely keep up.
You wrecked him. You absolutely wrecked Gary.
Was that really necessary?
Every single time. If I can drop that man and not get in trouble, I will drop that man. It's policy.
Gary lifts his head from the floor and watches them go.
I'm filing a report.
They pile into the Countach. Thomas takes the wheel. Anvil rides shotgun. Buzz folds himself into the center console, still giggling, still gently rubbing his stomach. The car launches. The Countach rounds the corner at Gerard and Maple, doing twice the legal speed limit. And there they are, 2 large masked figures sprinting out of a bank, duffel bag swinging, heading straight for a blacked-out Cadillac Escalade idling at the curb.
That's our guys.
Rip it, T-Rex.
Thomas floors it. The Escalade peels out. Night City becomes a blur. The Escalade barrels through intersections, mounting the curb, scattering produce stands and sending pigeons into the sky. But it's carrying 4 men and a bag full of stolen cash. And the Countach is carrying 3 squirrels and the pure, unfettered will of Anvil Rex. It's no contest. The Countach pulls alongside the Escalade. Anvil already has the glove compartment open. He pulls out a 9mm with the casual energy of someone retrieving a phone charger.
You keep a gun in the glove compartment?
Where else would I keep it?
I keep my gum in there.
Then keep it in the center console like a normal person.
Anvil leans out the window and fires at the Escalade's rear tires. 2 clean shots. The Escalade immediately starts to wobble. The driver panics. It swerves, clips a parked compact car, goes airborne, rotates 4 times in the air with improbable drama, and lands on its hood with a sound like the world ending. Bags of money burst from the rear window and scatter across the road. Thomas brings the Countach to a stop. A moment of silence.
There is no way anyone survived that.
Something moves in the wreckage. Then something else. 4 figures crawl out through the shattered windows. Masked, shaken, but moving. The last one to emerge is not like the others. He is enormous. 7 feet and 6 inches of muscle and menace, dressed in tactical black, ducking slightly as he clears the car frame. He rises to his full height and stands in the road like a building that decided to go for a walk. He rolls his neck, cracks his knuckles, then he reaches up and pulls off his mask. The boys say nothing. For once, not even Anvil has anything to say. Ironstone looks at them over, unimpressed.
Well, well, well. The Night City Squirrels. I've been expecting this.
Ironstone straightens his jacket.
Allow me to introduce myself. My associates call me Iron Silas Stone. Most people just call me Ironstone. You can call me whatever you like, but make no mistake, you are getting in the way of something considerably more important than you understand.
You make it sound like you're curing cancer. You robbed 3 banks, pal.
Ironstone looks down at Buzz as though noticing a small insect.
Ha. 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 And what exactly are you? I could eat you for lunch and still have room for dinner.
Hey! Watch your mouth, Iron Prick! That's our friend you're talking to.
Ironstone's expression shifts. A flicker of genuine interest.
Anvil Rex. The only one of you I hold in any real esteem. A person who understands the grind, the sacrifice, the discipline of the deadlift.
Anvil stares at him.
Deadlift? Bro, I don't deadlift.
Anvil starts counting off on his fingers.
Number 1, terrible on your lower back. Number 2, degrades your knees. And number 3, do you see the build that comes out of a heavy deadlifting routine? Giant thighs, enormous rear end, and a stomach like a washing machine drum. That's not a physique, that's a cautionary tale.
A visible twitch runs through Ironstone's jaw.
I extended an olive branch. And you insult me.
Ironstone cracks his knuckles.
Perhaps a firm beating will serve as a better introduction.
Ironstone signals to his goons.
Get them.
Oh, you said the magic words. Let's rip it, boys.
The goons charge, and the brawl begins. It's immediately clear the goons are outmatched. Anvil launches one with a straight right that sends him bouncing off a parked car. Thomas ducks a wild swing and ties up the second one with practiced efficiency, spinning him and depositing him face first onto the asphalt. In the background, Ironstone watches. He glances down the street. Police sirens are building in the distance. Still a minute away, maybe less. He weighs his options. He decides he can do math. Without a word, he turns and walks at speed toward a man idling on a motorcycle at the intersection. He picks up the motorcycle, with the man still sitting on it, looks at the man, sets the man gently on the curb, and then rides away. Buzz watched the whole thing. Buzz thinks to himself,
He picked up the whole motorcycle. With the guy on it. Okay.
Buzz flies off and follows Ironstone while Anvil and Thomas clean up. 2 police cruisers arrive. Anvil has the remaining 2 goons in a headlock, one under each arm, like a man carrying very unfortunate groceries.
You boys look tired. I think you need a nap.
He cracks their heads together with a hollow bonk. They slide down. A police officer steps out of his car, hand on his belt, surveying the scene.
You boys all right?
We're good. You can take these 4. The big guy ran, and I don't know where Buzz went.
He's following Ironstone. He's on the trail.
Mayor wants a full report ASAP.
Tell the mayor it's an active investigation. We can't stop now.
Thomas's phone buzzes.
It's Buzz. He's at Sherborne and Dundas. He lost Ironstone in an underground garage. He's waiting for us.
Anvil sprints for the Countach.
No time. Let's go.
The Countach screeches to the curb. Buzz is standing on the sidewalk, slightly out of breath, pointing at a parking garage entrance.
He rode the bike straight in there. By the time I went in after him, the bike was abandoned and he was gone. He could have gone up a stairwell, through a service door, anywhere.
Thomas starts scanning the area.
There has to be a reason he came to this specific neighborhood. He knows something here. A bolt hole. A contact.
Anvil looks across the street.
There's a boxing gym right behind this garage.
How do you know that?
Because I've been trying to get a sparring partner from there for 2 years, and they keep saying they're full.
Let's check the gym.
The boys start walking towards the gym. The gym is exactly what you'd expect. Peeling posters, the smell of sweat and leather, the rhythmic thwack of speed bags, and the occasional grunt of effort. Heavy guys in tank tops circle each other warily. Anvil scans the room. His eyes settle on the biggest guy in the gym, a mountain of a man wrapping his hands by the heavy bag. He walks over like he owns the place.
Yo, big dog, Ironstone sent us.
The man looks up, studies Anvil, studies him some more.
He out of juice already? I told him he's taking way too much.
The man reaches into his bag.
Here.
He hands over 4 small vials. Anvil looks down at them without reacting.
300.
Anvil digs in his jacket. Cash. Count it out. Hand it over. The man pockets it without looking.
I still can't find him, though. Any idea where he'd be laying low?
The man shrugs his shoulders.
Probably at his place. Old 2-story on Rendier. Brown shutters, you can't miss it.
Yeah, probably right. Thanks, man.
Anvil gives a single nod and walks out. Thomas and Buzz fall in step behind him. The boys exit the gym. Buzz is genuinely impressed.
You played that guy like a concert violin. How did you know he'd talk?
Cash opens doors, and I speak fluent gym, bro. I'm basically bilingual.
Rendier Street is around the corner. We should walk. That exhaust noise will alert him from half a mile away.
Anvil was already walking toward the Countach.
Forget walking, bro. I did not acquire a Lamborghini Countach to walk places. We go in hot. He'll be on the ground before he knows what hit him.
Anvil!
Anvil gets in the car.
Get in the car, T-Rex.
Thomas stares at the sky for a moment. He gets in the car. The Countach rounds 2 corners at full noise, tires screaming. It stops hard in front of a brown shuttered 2-story house. Before the car has fully stopped, Anvil is already out.
Let's rip it!
He runs full speed at the front door. The door doesn't stand a chance. He's inside before the splinters hit the floor, Thomas right behind him. What Anvil did not account for, Ironstone had heard them coming from the end of the block. He was standing behind the door. Ironstone seizes Thomas by the collar and sends him through the nearest wall. Plaster, drywall, a framed photo of a sunset. All of it. He then pivots and hits Anvil from behind. A single punch to the back of the head. Anvil's gun clatters across the floor, and Anvil goes down like a demolished building.
I could hear that car from 2 streets over. You might want to consider a more tactical approach next time.
Anvil is face down on the floor.
That is a mint condition Lamborghini Countach. The exhaust note is a feature. Show some respect for a marvel of engineering.
Thomas pulls himself out of the wall. Plaster dust rains from his ears.
Turn yourself in, Stone. The judge will take tonight into account if you cooperate.
Or I beat you both unconscious and leave the country tonight. I like my plan better.
The boys get to their feet. A second round is beginning. Anvil grabs the 4 vials from his pocket and hurls them at Ironstone's feet. Glass shatters. The liquid spreads across the floor. Ironstone looks down at the vials in genuine confusion. Anvil takes his shot. A wild haymaker aimed directly at Ironstone's jaw. Ironstone doesn't even flinch. He catches Anvil's fist in his palm like a man catching a tennis ball, then pivots and sends Anvil sideways with his right hand. Thomas seizes the opening. He drives his shoulder into Ironstone's midsection and carries them both through the front door, out onto the porch, where they crash down in a tangle of limbs and broken decking. Buzz, who had been waiting outside, steps back sharply as Thomas and Ironstone crash through the porch railing.
Buzz pulls out his phone.
That's my cue.
He dials 911 and moves to a safe distance. Ironstone hauls himself up from the porch debris. He's breathing harder now, bleeding from a cut above his eye. He's not used to this going on so long. Anvil appears in the doorway above. He assesses the height of the porch. He assesses Ironstone's position below. He gets a look on his face that Thomas recognizes immediately. Thomas backs away.
Oh no!
Anvil launches off the porch in a full extension dropkick. It connects with Ironstone's chest with a sound like a car crash. Ironstone goes backwards, hits the porch steps. Hard. A moment of silence. Then Ironstone begins to rise. Thomas is already in position on the top porch railing, balanced, focused, waiting. Police sirens wail in the distance. As Ironstone straightens up, Thomas drops off the railing with a textbook elbow drop. It catches Ironstone square across the shoulders. He drops to his knees. Anvil dives and grabs Ironstone's legs. He has to wrestle them apart. Ironstone tries to kick free with what can only be described as tree trunk legs. Anvil strains, grunts, locks it in. The figure 4, Ironstone, roars. He claws at the porch steps. His hands are literally leaving marks in the wood.
Let go.
Anvil continues the hold.
Not a chance!
3 police cruisers screech to a stop on Reindeer Street. Officers pour out.
Don't move. Hands where I can see.
Ironstone, still in agony from the figure 4, reaches out with one hand and flicks the officer aside. The officer tumbles across the lawn. Another officer yells into radio.
We're gonna need more cars.
3 more officers rush in to grab his arms. A 4th grabs his shoulders. Anvil holds the leg lock. Slowly, painfully, Ironstone's resistance begins to crumble. Anvil cranks the lock tighter. Bust, bust. A taser wire hits Ironstone in the chest. He slows. Bzist. Bist. Another from the right flank. His breathing becomes labored. Bzzt. A 3rd. He goes to his knees. The fight finally drains out of him. Bust. One more for absolute certainty. Ironstone slumps. His eyes go glassy. He pitches forward, unconscious with the slow, terrible momentum of a felled tree. Anvil rolls clear. 8 officers descend on Ironstone with handcuffs, leg cuffs, and then a second set of handcuffs linking the first 2 together. They work fast, with the energy of people who know they won't get a second chance. An armored police transport vehicle backs slowly down Reindeer Street. It took 8 men to carry Ironstone to the rear doors. They get him in on the 3rd attempt. The doors clang shut. The boys lower themselves onto what's left of the porch steps. Bruised, winded, covered in plaster dust and various garden dirt. Buzz joins them from the sidewalk. The 3 of them sit in silence and watch the armored van pull away.
You guys want to go home and play GTA Online?
Give me 5 minutes.
Nobody moves for at least 10. A few weeks later, the boys are back in their natural habitat. The phone is on speaker on the coffee table. The mayor's voice fills the room on speakerphone.
Gentlemen, exceptional work, as always. You closed the case fast. You kept civilian casualties to 0, and you personally put Ironstone away. The city is grateful. I am grateful. That's exactly why you're worth every cent of that taxpayer budget.
We're happy to help. It was a tough one, but we got there.
Speaking of Ironstone, the prison medical team did a full assessment this week. Turns out, without access to his supply, he's lost a considerable amount of mass. I'm sending you a picture. Stand by.
The fax machine on the desk whirs and clicks. A thermal photo slides out. Buzz picks it up. Buzz squints at the photo.
Is that actually him?
He passes it to Thomas. Thomas blinks.
No way! No way!
He passes it to Anvil. Anvil looks at the photo. And then, despite himself, Anvil Rex begins to lose it. Completely and totally.
Ha 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 ha! Bro, we can't call him Ironstone anymore.
Anvil starts wheezing.
We gotta call him Iron Pebble.
Buzz folds. Thomas folds. Even the mayor, over speakerphone, lets a laugh. The laughter echoes through the penthouse, out through the treehouse windows, and drifts down over Night City as the sun sets behind the skyline. The end.
How did you like the episode? Subscribe to get notified for next week's story!